Hey, Kev. Well, Rick Carlisle is a coaching graybeard. He's entering his second decade as coach of the Mavericks. He led them to the franchise's first and only title in 2011. Now, Eric Spoelstra lost that series to Carlisle, and he says of him, he's a Hall of Famer, a trailblazer as president of the Coaches Association. We all owe him a great deal. Kevin?
He is a legend. Thank you, D.A. Well, we're getting into the grinded-out part of the season, Clark. Should we expect rookies now, you think, to start feeling the length of the NBA season right about now?
You know, that varies from individual to individual. I know.
Some changes here for the Warriors. Drew's checked in for Cousins, and Looney subbed in for Green. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Measury, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Powell comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Barnes, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. Devin Harris subbed in for Smith. On the floor for Dallas. On the wings, it's Doncic and Barnes. Dwight Powell is out there with Measure, and it's Harris in at the 1. Now, here's Doncic, defended by Durant, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Luka Doncic, not the top pick in the draft this past June, but one of the more exciting names out of this rookie class.
Dallas made a point to trade up and draft him. Doncic not playing in the summer league as he has had a hefty workload in Europe before the draft. Still came away with Euro MVP honors, and at his age, that is incredible.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Cook subbed in for Steph Curry. Harris kicks to Powell. He feeds it to Barnes. Over Durant. Barnes can't get it to go.
He must hit that shot. I mean, the defense, non-factor. Very surprising he missed it.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Now the pass to Harris. Here's the teardrop, and he gets the bucket. Measury's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, that was a pretty assist by Harris.
Warriors leading by 3. Iguodala outside. Looney down low. Guarded by Powell to the inside. Drew banked in off the glass.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Mavericks trailed by 5. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Barnes. It's good. Barnes has got his first bucket in this one.
Can't allow Barnes that kind of good position in the post, because once he has it, it's dinner time.
Drew gets the bucket.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Harris outside. Pass to Barnes. Over Durant. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Warriors ahead, up 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Now in the later stages of his career, Dirk Nowitzki talked about how special he feels marching his way up the all-time.
Makes you reflect, milestones always.
And it's clear, GA, that Dirk still enjoys playing the game and training buckets in a variety of ways.
You can't deny his legacy. Arguably the best 7-foot shooter in the history of our game, which is why he's so high up on that leaderboard.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Yeah, and that cohesion is really impressive, Greg. I mean, they know how to get each other going and feed off of each other, and that's crucial.
They've got Iguodala. Durant is out there with Jerebko, and it's Drew, and it's Cook in at the point guard position. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, the Mavericks were ecstatic when Dennis Smith Jr. fell to them with the 9th pick of the 2017 draft. For a team in need of athleticism and size at the point guard and a hand-and-glove fit, 6'3" Smith has a 48-inch vertical, one of the highest ever measured.
A terrific young player, an elite NBA athlete. David, that's for sure. Good stuff. Thanks.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And looking at Luka Doncic, incredibly mature for his age. Physically, the broad shoulders, weighing in about 230. Mentally, though.
After one half, it hasn't even been close. Warriors lead by 17. It's time now to go. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Checked in for Green. The Mavericks also with a sub. Harris is checked in for Smith. So it's the Warriors now. Here's Thompson. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Yeah, once Thompson gets going, he is almost impossible to slow down. We're seeing that tonight. Their entire offense is revolving around him. And boy, is he coming through.
On the floor for Dallas. Inside pairing is Dirk and Jordan. Harris is out there with Matthews. And it's Doncic in at the 3 slot. Kicks to Nowitzki. Matthews trying to free himself up. Nowitzki's shot is no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Dallas gets called for the foul.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's hard to avoid fouling Durant, but the problem is he hits nearly 90% of his free throws for his career.
Quinn Cook's checked in for the Warriors. And then for Dallas, Measury, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Ty Powell comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Barnes in for Matthews. Here's Harris. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harris has got his first 2 points.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And Clark, the Dallas Mavericks, it used to be that you could count on them being in the playoffs almost every single season.
Yeah, that was the case right before these last 2 years. I mean, they made the postseason 15 out of 16 times prior to that. Proud ownership, consistent ownership, outstanding coaching. It won't be long before they're really good again.
Here's Barnes. And it's Durant with the rebound. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Golden State moving the ball around. Drew misses. The Mavericks have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
Cook, the pass to Curry. Inside. Drew gets the bucket. Drew's got 10.
And how about the excellent court vision, just keeping the defense off balance.
Yeah, that was a sweet pass right there, setting up his teammate nicely, and that's really how you move the rock. Share that sugar, man. Share it.
Doncic kicks to Harris. Pass to Measury. It's blocked, and that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Jones checked in for the Warriors. Jerebko comes in for the... And the Mavericks with possession here. It's a 16-point game. Nobody near Barnes. Trains the three-pointer.
Boy, you got to respect the long-range accuracy of Barnes now. When he gets a little daylight, he's dangerous from the perimeter.
The talented forward pair of Durant and Green at the 3 and the 4. Curry and Thompson are the 1 and the 2. And it's Drew in at the 5 roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Mark, when you played some tremendous talent at the forward position. As you go back in your Rolodex, who was the toughest matchup for you?
Well, I look at some of the names of guys that I played against. Mark McGwire, Larry Bird, obviously Kevin McHale in Boston. Calvin Nat was terrific with Portland at the time. Marcus Johnson in Milwaukee. Bernard King in New York probably was the toughest guy I had to deal with because he was such an animal and beast as a scorer and was relentless in his movement without the ball. He was probably the hardest guy I had to check for.
Some great names there.
Yeah, big-time scores at that forward position.
Nowitzki kicks to Barnes. Stolen by Durant. Pass to Green. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Warriors?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Here's Drew, defended by Nowitzki. Curry passes to Drew. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one. And the first one at the line is good. In terms of competitive balance, Clark, with 2-3 teams being the heavy favorites every year, what do the other teams really have to play for?
Well, first and foremost, the opportunity to rewrite that script. I mean, just because teams are heavy favorites don't mean they're going to prevail in competition. So that's the first thing. And you never know what can happen. We've talked about it before, Kevin, the unpredictability of teams and seasons, how they play out, injuries, personnel, all of that stuff factors in. So if you're a competitor, you want to knock off whoever's expected to be the top team.
There's the pass to Drew. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now, up big, hard to envision them losing this lead.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And for Harrison Barnes, the scoring forward out of UNC, said he wants to model his game, Clark, after Paul Pierce.
Hey, that's not a bad guy to look to model your game after, boy. Paul Pierce knew how to get it done, and he wasn't overly athletic, but he knew how to play angles. He could get to his spots, and he was such a great mid-range shooter who developed into a consistent three-point threat as well. So I like that comparison or that aspiration for Harrison Barnes. Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Happy.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Warriors.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Houdini.
He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Looney's checked in for Draymond Green. Jerebko comes in for Kevin Durant. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Thompson. And Cook subbed in for Curry. Matthews, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And it's Cook with the ball for the Golden State Warriors. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it. And that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
And that one misses. They get it back. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
The clock now can just run out for the Warriors, and the call will go against Houdini. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two. And so he hits both. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here is Cook. Passes it to Drew. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Warriors now. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports.
Absolutely, yes, sir. I think it's that best option. Yeah? All right. Oh, what up, Star? You tell me. All right, I think the rest of the world is still homegrown. Go ahead and shout out. There's somebody I want you to meet. I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't important. Hey, just go on. Keep being that same kid. Crack on with that.
You cold dude. Who you talking to?
Let's just say it's time to talk shoes.
Nike.
Yo, are you serious? You got me a meeting with Nike? You could have said something from the jump, man. Give me 2 minutes.
See you outside.
Yeah, Nike. Nike. Wait, is Nike Jordan? Which mark?
What's going on here, man? Why you get me all the way here?
Just chill, flying. Chill. Make you strong. Hey, won't do that. Hey, I want you to Nike. Also, my college back, all the way back. Couldn't help yourself. Hey, man, context is important, man. I told you. This is the way right here. Huh?
Hey, man, good to meet you.
terrified of it. Yes. And then I'll just decrease the pace. Like the opposite. Oh my god, I got tier 4 shoes. Tier 4 shoes, okay. That's easy. Free Nike shoes are available at Foot Locker. Oh my god. I think I just got a steal. Yo, I got. Well, free Nike shoes. Wonder what Nike shoes I get.
Let me know how I can help. Thanks, man.
I got free shoes. Free shoes. You don't have free shoes.
Let me see how these feel. Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, these are free. Yo, no way. I get these for free? What? What is this? Wait, can I get all the shoes for free? What is this? LeBron's for free. I'm gonna get these. Can I get everything?
Great choice. Good choice. Good choice.
Elite.
Excellent pick. Those look really good. those out? Those look awesome. Great choice.
It's a steal.
Work. Thanks. Great. By the way, don't forget to download our app. Check out all the latest releases. I will do, man. Sounds good.
Doctor